Nostalgic glance at the general chapters. A journey into the general chapters of the Salesian Congregation. From its foundation in Valdocco, Turin, the Salesian Congregation has continued its journey of faith, mission, and service to the young. The general chapters have been the milestones of this journey and the heartbeat of the congregation, where major decisions have been made to keep this dream of Don Bosco alive. A short journey through the general chapters, from the first chapter presided over by Don Bosco himself to the 29th general chapter, can tell us the story of our congregation committed to serving God and the young. The first general chapters represent the foundational years of the Salesian Congregation, reflecting the spirit of Don Bosco, focusing on its consolidation, expanding its mission worldwide, and adapting to the changing needs of the church and society. The first 4 general chapters had the presence of Don Bosco, while from 1889 his sons took over and are leading the congregation. A glance at each of the chapters will give us a feel of this precious heritage that has shaped and given life and meaning to this journey of the Salesian Congregation. First General Chapter, 1877, Consolidation of the Congregation. The first General Chapter was held in Lanzo, Turin, from September 5th to October 5th, 1877, lasting 31 days. It was presided over by Don Bosco, with Father Michael Rua as the moderator. The chapter included 23 chapter members, 4 consultants, and 2 invited guests. Its key theme was the practical application of the constitutions in community life, morality, economy, and the establishment of provinces. Second General Chapter, 1880, Revision and Completion. The second General Chapter took place in Lanzo, Turin, from September 3rd to 15th, 1880, lasting 13 days. It was presided over by Don Bosco, with 27 chapter members participating. The focus was on revising the first GC deliberations and the election of general chapter members, excluding Don Bosco as Rector Major for life. Third General Chapter, 1883, Various Regulations. The third General Chapter was held in Turin, Valsalice, from September 1st to 7th, 1883, lasting 7 days. It was presided over by Don Bosco, with Father John Bonetti as the moderator. It had 35 chapter members and focused on regulations for spiritual retreats,
aspirant studies,
parish missions, and the Salesian Bulletin. Fourth General Chapter, 1886, Organizational Structure. The fourth General Chapter was conducted in Turin, Valsalice, from September 1st to 7th, 1886, lasting 7 days. Presided over by Don Bosco and moderated by Father Francesco Cerruti, it included 37 chapter members. The chapter's key themes were regulations for parishes, artisans, novitiates,
and the execution of Pius IX's decree.
Fifth General Chapter, 1889, Formation and Mission Work. The fifth General Chapter occurred in Turin, Valsalice, from September 2nd to 7th, 1889, lasting 6 days. It was presided over by Father Michael Rua and moderated by Father Celestino Durando, with 42 chapter members and 4 consultants. The focus was on theological and philosophical studies, novitiates, and military service exemptions for members. Sixth General Chapter, 1892, Consolidation and Growth. The sixth General Chapter took place in Turin, Valsalice, from August 29th to September 6th, 1892, lasting 9 days. It was presided over by Father Michael Rua, moderated by Father Francesco Cerruti, and included 69 chapter members. The chapter codified previous deliberations and emphasized spiritual and professional development of members. 7th General Chapter, 1895, Internal Governance. The 7th General Chapter was held in Turin, Valsalice, from September 4th to 7th, 1895, lasting 4 days. Presided over by Father Michael Rua and moderated by Father Francesco Cerruti, it involved 93 chapter members. It focused on governance, obedience, poverty, cooperators, and devotion to Mary, help of Christians. 8th General Chapter, 1898, Unity of Spirit. The 8th General Chapter occurred in Turin, Valsalice, from August 29th to September 3rd, 1898, lasting 6 days. Presided over by Father Michael Rua and moderated by Father Francesco Cerruti, it involved 217 chapter members. The focus was on strengthening unity of spirit, re-evaluating regulations, and practical application of deliberations. Ninth General Chapter, 1901, Establishment of Provinces. The 9th General Chapter was held in Turin, Valsalice, from September 1st to 5th, 1901, lasting 5 days. Presided over by Father Michael Rua, moderated by Father Francesco Cerruti, and attended by 154 chapter members and 8 consultants. It focused on the creation of provinces, theological studies, and practical training. 10th General Chapter, 1904, Legislative Framework. The 10th General Chapter took place in Turin, Valsalice, from August 23rd to September 13th, 1904, lasting 22 days. It was presided over by Father Michael Rua and moderated by Father Francesco Cerruti, with 75 chapter members. The focus was on comprehensive regulation of the general chapters and novitiates, with the election of members by provinces. Eleventh General Chapter, 1910, Leadership Transition. The 11th General Chapter occurred in Turin, Valsalice, from August 15th to 31st, 1910, lasting 17 days. Presided over by Father
Paul Alpera,
and moderated by Father Luigi Piscetta, it included 73 chapter members.
the chapter saw the election of Father Paul Alpera as Rector Major, and key theme was the review of regulations.
Twelfth General Chapter, 1922, Post-War Reorganization. The 12th General Chapter took place in Turin at the Oratory of St. Francis de Sales from April 23rd to May 9th, 1922, lasting 17 days. Presided over by Father Philip Rinaldi and moderated by Father Luigi Piscetta, it included 64 chapter members. The chapter focused on adapting to the 1917 Code of Canon Law. 13th General Chapter, 1929, Missionary Expansion and Ecclesiastical Studies. The 13th General Chapter occurred in Turin, Valsalice, from July 9th to 20th, 1929, lasting 12 days. Presided over by Father Philip Rinaldi and moderated by Father Bartolomeo Fasce, it involved 88 chapter members. The chapter focused on organizing ecclesiastical studies, vocational schools, and missionary work. It was held during the celebrations of Don Bosco's beatification on June 2nd, 1929. Fourteenth General Chapter, 1932, Leadership Transition. The 14th General Chapter was held in Turin, Valdocco, from May 16th to 18th, 1932, lasting 3 days. Presided over by Father Peter Ricaldone and moderated by Father Bartolomeo Fascie. It included 87 chapter members. Father Peter Ricaldone was elected as Rector Major. Fifteenth General Chapter, 1938. Formation of Salesian personnel. The 15th General Chapter occurred in Turin, Rebaudengo, from June 23rd to July 7th, 1938, lasting 15 days. Presided over by Father Peter Ricaldone and moderated by Father Renato Zigiotti, it involved 105 chapter members. The chapter focused on the comprehensive formation of aspirants, novices, and clerics in formation houses, and expanded the number of counselors from 3 to 5. Sixteenth General Chapter, 1947. Post-war renewal. The 16th General Chapter was conducted in Turin, Val Salise, from August 24th to September 11th, 1947, lasting 19 days. Presided over by Father Peter Ricaldone and moderated by Father Renato Zigiotti, it included 110 chapter members out of 112 invited. The chapter focused on adapting Salesian activities to post-war challenges and societal needs. A significant development was the official adoption of the acronym SDB for the congregation. Seventeenth General Chapter, 1952. Vocational and missionary work. The 17th General Chapter occurred in Turin, Valdocco, from July 31st to August 14th, 1952, lasting 15 days. Presided over by Father Renato Zigiotti and moderated by Father Secundo Manione, it involved 114 chapter members. The chapter focused on the development of professional schools, missionary outreach, and houses of formation. Eighteenth General Chapter, 1958. Religious discipline and apostolic work. The 18th General Chapter was held in Turin, Valdocco, from July 27th to August 9th, 1958, lasting 14 days. Presided over by Father Renato Zigiotti and moderated by Father Albino Fedrigotti, it included 119 chapter members out of 128 invited. The chapter focused on observing religious life, applying the
Sede Sapientiae Constitution,
and promoting apostolic outreach. Nineteenth General Chapter, 1965. Adaptation to Vatican II. The 19th General Chapter took place in Rome, from April 19th to June 10th, 1965, lasting 53 days. Presided over by Father Renato Zigiotti, who resigned during the chapter, and subsequently led by Father Luigi Riccieri, and moderated by Father Archimede Pianazzi. It included 151 chapter members, 19 experts, and 8 auditors. The chapter focused on renewal in line with Vatican II, emphasizing Salesian identity and mission. Twentieth General Chapter, 1971 to 72, Special General Chapter for Renewal. The 20th General Chapter was conducted in Rome, Pisana, from June 10, 1971 to January 5, 1972, lasting 210 days. Presided over by Father Luigi Riccieri and moderated by Father Gaetano Scrivo, It involved 202 chapter members, 12 observers, and 4 experts. The chapter focused on comprehensive renewal of the Salesian society, addressing its nature, consecrated life, formation, and governance. Twenty-first General Chapter, 1977. Evangelization and Missionary Focus. The 21st General Chapter occurred in Rome, Pisana, from October 31st, 1977 to February 12th, 1978, lasting 105 days. Presided over by Father Luigi Riccieri, who resigned during the chapter,
and subsequently led by Father Egidio Vigano,
and moderated by Father Raffaele Farina. It involved 184 chapter members, 10 observers, 7 secretaries, and 8 translators. The chapter focused on evangelization among youth and missionary work, including the launch of the Project Africa. Twenty-second General Chapter, 1984. Definitive Constitutions. The 22nd General Chapter was held in Rome, Pisana, from January 14th to May 12th, 1984, lasting 120 days.
Presided over by Father Egidio Vigano,
and moderated by Father Juan Edmundo Vecchi. It included 188 chapter members and 6 observers. The chapter focused on the final revision and approval of the Salesian constitutions. Twenty-third General Chapter, 1990. Educating Youth in Faith. The 23rd General Chapter took place in Rome, Pisana, from March 4th to May 5th, 1990, lasting 58 days.
Presided over by Father Egidio Vigano,
and moderated by Father Francesco Maracani. It involved 205 chapter members and 6 observers. The chapter focused on educating youth in faith as part of the new evangelization. Twenty-fourth General Chapter, 1996. Collaboration with Laity. The 24th General Chapter occurred in Rome, Pisana, from February 19th to April 20th, 1996, lasting 62 days. Presided over by Father Juan Edmundo Vecchi and moderated by Father Antonio Martinelli, it included 208 chapter members, 7 observers, and 8 translators. The chapter focused on Salesians and laity in the world, church, and in the Salesian mission. Twenty-fifth General Chapter, 2002, Salesian Community Life. The 25th General Chapter was held in Rome, Pisana, from February 24th to April 20th, 2002, lasting 56 days. Presided over by Father Pascual Chavez Villanueva and moderated by Father Antonio Domenech, it involved 231 chapter members and 16 translators. The chapter focused on fraternal life, evangelical witness, and youth animation in communities. Twenty-sixth General Chapter, 2008. Da mihi animas cetera tolle. The 26th General Chapter took place in Rome, Pisana, from February 23rd to April 12th, 2008, lasting 51 days. Presided over by Father Pascual Chavez Villanueva and moderated by Father Francesco Cereda, it included 233 chapter members and 13 translators. The The chapter focused on renewing Salesian identity in light of Don Bosco's motto,
Damihi animas, setra tolle.
"Give me souls, take away the rest." Twenty-seventh General Chapter, 2014, Witnesses to the Radicality of the Gospel, Work and Temperance. The 27th General Chapter was conducted in Rome, Pisana, from February 22nd to April 12th, 2014, lasting 50 days. Presided over by Father Pascual Chavez Villanueva and moderated by Father Francesco Cereda, it involved 220 chapter members and 12 translators. The chapter emphasized radical witness to the gospel through work, temperance, and fidelity to the Salesian vocation. Twenty-eighth General Chapter, 2020. What kind of Salesians for the youth of today? The 28th General Chapter took place in Turin, Valdocco, from February 16th to March 16th, 2020, lasting 32 days.
Presided over by Father Ángel Fernández Artime and moderated by Father Stefano Vanoli.
It included 242 chapter members and 9 translators. The chapter focused on reflecting on the Salesian identity and the congregation's role in responding to the needs of today's youth. Twenty-ninth General Chapter, 2025. Passionate about Jesus Christ, dedicated to young people. The 29th General Chapter was held in Turin, Valdocco and Rome from February 16th to April 12th, 2025, lasting 55 days.
Presided over by Father Stefano Martolio.
From February 16th to March 24th, 2025, and Father Fabio Attard from March 25th to April 12th, 2025. It was moderated by Father Alphonse Owudu and included 225 chapter members, 7 observers, 10 interpreters, and 6 translators. The chapter focused on the animation and care of the real life of each Salesian, collaboration between Salesians and lay people with and for the young, and the verification and renewal of the congregation's structures of governance. A significant development was the first time the Rector Major was elected outside the General Chapter, with Father Fabio Attard becoming the 11th successor of Don Bosco. Additionally, the Africa-Madagascar region was divided into 2 regions, Eastern and Southern Africa and Central and Western Africa. Salesian Legacy and Mission. It is 1 year since the conclusion of GC 29. The soil prepared and the seeds sown by the capitulars are now bearing fruits for the congregation, for the Salesian family, and for the young people who await Don Bosco. The journey of the sons of Don Bosco continues, and each general chapter is one step forward toward building a future filled with faith, hope, and love, to keep alive the dream of Don Bosco.
Don Bosco dreamed, the Salesians rose with faith redeemed, guiding